Red Man says, good morning, everybody. Kind of wish that was backed in at the moment because I want to swap cameras and see if that makes a difference to what I get to see. I mean, if that location is just a bad location, I can run an antenna farther forward and see if it'll work. But I don't know until I swap cameras. And I'm debating on changing the knives on the end disc on this thing. But yeah, just don't stick your hand down there, you'll be okay. They're a little, one of them's a little chewed up. It is what it is. And yes, that's a killdeer you probably hear in the background. I'm not sure if they're down that way or over that way. But they're out there and cloudy. And we got a little color already. I didn't expect to see the color quite yet. Just a little bit, not a lot. Somebody that probably has to be to work in town at 5 or something, who knows. And I see a body. So, oh, and I hear more. That means cows are going to want some grain today. They haven't been in for grain since we switched pastures last time. So, I guess I got to feed grain this morning. I found... She's having a hard time finding her chair with her butt. Hey, turkey butt. Oh, I get lovies this morning. She won't
give me loves.
You want my coffee? Huh?
She won't give me loves. And all she did was get put in my car.
Oh, it sucks to be you to not get love once in a while.
It's like, man, leave her alone.
Be nice to Brissy, because Brissy's not a kid.
Yeah, you can look at me. Like, look at me. Look, she's a no kitty. Yours is a yes kitty.
Yeah.
Remember?
She don't
That's
like,
a no.
See? Good thing she didn't have any claws. Her with the claws, she could care less.
Like that. Yes, that's your yes kitty.
Yeah, that's a kitty you can play with.
Yeah, good kiss. You sit in your chair.
And the spoiled dog's already back in here. She didn't even have breakfast yet. They decided to come in until somebody walked in. The one that started was Eeyore. I guess I don't have to feed you? Nobody wants to eat? Oh, you three would like some breakfast? Don't even know who you three are. Because I can't tell. Why are you being scared of her? You follow her around in the pasture. You try to give her lovies when she's in the pasture with you. Bunch of chickens. Maybe we can start doing that, marketing some of them as chicken. Probably be better than most of what you get in the store anyway. Is that better? Now see, she's up higher. So she's not so small. Is that better? Even with a feeder full of grain. Only a few of them come into where all the grain is. They're all trying to put 2 or 3 in a hole. Yeah, she's over there. Back in there. That's a bitch. I'm making video. I got a hand cranker over there. It's kind of a bitch to reach in there and do that. And at the moment, we've got to see. Unfortunately, she's got a lot of cranking to do. Because we've got to see that it hits the end at the right time. If it doesn't, we got to skip it a notch, which ain't going to be easy. But we're... Yeah! Told you got a lot of cranking to do. The other option is unhook and put the drive line on, but I don't want it to go that fast. Because if it hits the end and it's out of time, it's going to tear something up. So, this is our fun at the moment. Executive decision made. We're gonna go fire the pump up.
Where does he go again?
She can't even figure out, and she's the one that had to grab it.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
You did.
it hangs right there on that tang. Turn it so it'll go on. Turn it the other way so it'll go on. There you go.
You had to grab it. I didn't. I was still on the ground out there when you grabbed it.
I have seriously considered putting a gas engine on here anyway. Because like right now you could idle it in and watch what it's doing and maybe not screw things up. She's on a mission. She's flipping the cows off. Got the pump primed. Took forever to get water here. And never got it at the other traveler. Because the cows opted to knock the deal off the riser valve. So she's gonna go play in the water for a minute. It's in that frickin' little dip right there, so you can't see it. Nice thing is, I set the one valve going across the creek off so that I can keep an eye on this. I'm gonna speed it up because I'm not gonna be here all day. I think we might be off a frickin' tooth on the sprocket, which I'm not looking forward to shifting that. I'm really not, because we got to take it apart again to do it. The other option would be loosen all this off, back that bolt clear out, and move the gearbox over, and I don't really like that option. So, yay. But here's how we speed it up. That looks better. And this thing's still cruising right along. Got a few wraps. Be a little light down there at the end, but that's okay. Won't be washing into that ditch as bad, though we still haven't got a culvert for yet. And I'm thinking about get a few more so we can do something with this ditch over here. Make it easier to irrigate and make it easier to not drive into. You there, middle of the screen, that'd be a crawdad.
The other one's tail way bigger.
Ty just went crazy because she finally seen a crawdad this year.
There hasn't been any in the fucking water.
We have not seen any. I mean, usually we'll start seeing them in March.
Ooh, but he's a cruising now.
I'm watching him, not on screen. I can't see him on screen now, but anyway.
He's going to where the little piece of grass
is. Yeah, I see him. I just can't get him on the screen. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, usually we've seen dozens or hundreds by now.
The last couple of years.
And, I mean, that's the first one we've seen this year. Kind of crazy.
Oh, there's two, Dad. Shit, there's him and there's one that just came out of the fucking woodworks. Where he was?
There is. I don't think we're going to get to see him.
I don't think so either.
He's lost
still there.
him.
He's just pointed this direction. He's coming this way.
Let me see.
And our first one's coming back towards us.
Yeah, there's the first one. The other one is
he's kind of
right
buried
in there,
now in the,
underneath that freaking weed.
Yeah, he's trying to get through it.
So anyway, yeah, we do still have crawdads.
We have two. Woo-hoo.
Pretty crazy. Yeah, we'll go back and babysit that thing and see how it comes around. Ty was nice enough to leave me with the tools. Yeah, and she's going up because her mother's got to go to town and somebody's got to watch the Holy Terror. She's apparently
at 14 months.
Apparently being a Holy Terror this morning.
Terrible twos at 14 months.
She had fun coming out to see the cows and getting them ride on the bike this morning, but you know, after that she becomes a Holy Terror. We had to skip it. One, which meant loosening these up, backing that off, and was able to climb the chain around. It'd almost be nice to adjust these fingers over, but they're already at the end of the slots, so the only other way to do that would be skip it one more length, one more half length actually, and then adjust them the other way. But there it is. Now we can run at slow speed instead of fast speed. It's almost halfway across already, and I'm not dragging it back out. And the reason we didn't bring the tractor around is we couldn't get it around, because that was up past the end of the culvert and no room to get around it. And it's not like we can drive through any of that with the tractor. So, it is what it is. But now it's fixed, and we brought standard tools down with us this morning, and all those are 17 millimeter. But it's done now. Well, I just got that one back out. It was in a little longer than I wanted it, but I'm going to show you this. See the green? See the brown? That's how far we got doing the headlands on the hayfields with the big traveler. And I don't see, there's a little green starting over there in the other. I'm thinking, hopefully they're both going to be in. No, I know that one will be in tonight. Well, a little late, but it'll be in, and I hope the other one's in tonight. And tomorrow morning, little traveler will go back down here right off the pump, because the big one's not getting it anyway. And I'm going to put the big one back over there again, because it can still use some water, right? My opinion. But looky there, that's green. And that's what they're on. They still got plenty there for a while. I don't know how much irrigate we're going to do. I guess it all depends on how the weather's going to be. Keep it growing. I wish we were irrigating it to get hay off of it, but there's no way this late the hayfields. I mean, we'd be December before there was enough there to cut, and that isn't worth it, because the only way we get it dried then is if it was freeze dried, which I've never done that with hay, but we've done that with clover seed many times over the years. And I probably should at least get up here where I can look underneath that from here and make sure it's actually still lined up. And when I went up to get other tools and get Ty to come help me get that chain jumped a notch, cows were on their way in. I went in right in front of them. We came out, the last 10 were in the lane, and they're just now thinking about coming back out. It's been a couple hours ago now, I guess. Oh, and the heifers are going to come out. They were in a long time ago. As soon as that sun came out, the heifers went straight in the barn. Kind of interesting. So, anyway, I don't know what else I'm going to do. It's getting kind of later in the afternoon. Too damn late to go cut any hay now. Well, not really. It's just that time I get to a field and I get the field done, and I'd probably fall asleep finishing it with my luck. By the way, there's a chunk of firewood I dug out of the creek for where that leak is, because that line was straight up, so the leak was shooting out. Well, they bumped it, it's rolled over, and I don't dare touch it. I know if I go try to roll it back up, it'll unhook someplace and I'll get soaked. Might not be a bad idea though. But that chunk of firewood's keeping it from digging a hole in the ground. Thought I'd stop and talk to her. This is one of those 2 new ones that Mom bought. 713E, I think it is. And yes, I'm that close to her. Figured I'd be able to. Oh, sweetheart. Yeah. You sure? And the rest of them are all stopped right there, right in my way. There's your traffic jam, Matt. They, I think, stopped there because the neighbor's dog's barking and they were all looking that way. Weren't you? Yeah. Fuzzy-eared girl. Oh, and is that AJ or BJ? It's one of them yellow tags. Starts with a 13. She's got to make a little dust. And no wonder she was intently looking toward the neighbor's dog. Oh well. A little late for that boy. She's got her tail out like she just got bred, and that's not the one he was just standing with a couple minutes ago. The one moving's the one he was standing with. And no, I can't read her tag from here. I need to find out who she is, though. One guess what I'm doing. I would actually headed out to check irrigation and see if I could find any gophers to shoot. And I made it just across the bridge, and she texted me. So we're going to go see some cows. I probably should mention I put it off a few days. I was showered and in for the night when she texted me the last time, and then I was going to, the next 2 nights after that, I was going to ask her if she wanted to go out. And well, one of those 2 nights was last night, and I was so looped when I got back in that I wasn't even going to think about it. So tonight's the night.